What up, Bull? What up, Bulls Nation? We've got a live CHGO Bulls postgame coming up right around the corner. The Bulls take down Zach, DeMar, and the Kings to get to 4-0.
Let's go!
We're going streaking, baby! Break it down with us next, Bulls Nation. What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome into CHGO Bulls postgame. Coming to you live from our studios here in West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck, Bulls_Peck. That is my guy, Big Dave. Bow, 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 bow. BWL Sports. Bow, bow. Joey C, King of the Controls. What up, Joe?
Yes, not one, not two, not three, but four. Headed back to you.
Boom! We'll hear from Will to go Gottlieb later on in tonight's postgame show, but first and foremost, Big Dave, a Bulls win.
Hit me with it, Joey. Bulls win. Give me again. Bulls win. Do it for Matt Peck. Bulls win. Do it for Will to go Gottlieb. Bulls win. Do it for Jake because he says the Bulls are good. Bulls win. Do it for everybody in the chat. Bulls win. Do it for people on social media. Bulls win. And please do one for yourself. Bulls win! Bulls win, baby! 4 in a row! Quattro! Uno, dos, tres! Quattro! 4 of them things! You see them up? Oh! This is a good time. It's a good time.
Shout out to everybody hanging out with us, Bulls Nation in the chat. CHGO Bulls postgame is presented by Michelob Ultra at Bet365. The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team, that's the Bulls, with Michelob Ultra. And download the Bet365 app. Use promo code CHGO365 when you sign up. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. That's a 4-0 start. That's a win over Zach and DeMar, the Bulls' old pals, our old pals.
Yes.
I just saw somebody, the South MU, 4-0, eat it, Peck, in the chat. Look, y'all, in case you've missed a show or two, let me be perfectly clear. I ain't rooting for L's this season. The Bulls made it perfectly clear last season that there is no tanking involved here. It's growing and developing and trying to be competitive all simultaneously.
Right.
And through 4 games, they are achieving that goal. I am not getting ready for a parade down Madison. I am not scheduling extra Chicago police to be in Grant Park in June.
Cancel the
There are 78 more games to play, y'all. But for now,
4 of them things.
For now, I am loving this.
4-0.
I'm a Bulls fan that wants the Bulls to be good.
Don't you know that?
How about that?
And Matas super fan right
My
there
God.
as well.
Oh, my God.
Oh, what a game for the Chicago Bulls, man. From beginning to end, Matt, I said it from the start that I expect the Bulls to win this game. This is the first game of the season where I had expectations for this team. And I was a little scared on putting it out there on no expectations. I was like, shit, I've been giving them expectations. I'm like, no, I will not be scared to give them that. They out here playing like they want it, that they deserve it, so they're going to get it. They got expectation. I was like, they should beat this team tonight. They should beat the Bulls West, all right? They match up well with them. I think they have more guys than them. And it was on a back-to-back, as we talked about in the pregame. Shout out to everybody who watched the pregame. If you didn't, make sure you join us next time for it. But, man, I just really felt like this would be their kind of game, and it was. It started slow, but what I really enjoyed, third quarter domination by the Chicago Bulls. They came out in that third quarter, like I said last game, like all great winning teams or all good winning teams do. In that third quarter, you run them. That's what you do. You get out and you run them. Vooch, you got it together in that third quarter. Matas kept it going in that third quarter. Josh Giddey, for God's sakes, Josh Giddey balled out again. Well, plus 24 for Josh, 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 12 assists. Damn. He did his thing, man. And, I mean, the entire Bulls starting 5 was in the plus column.
How about that?
That is something to all behold.
And Okoro, really awesome. A free throw away from all 5 starters in double figures.
Incredible stuff, man. And he was a plus 20? Like, it's just madness in the best possible way. Let the madness continue on. I like winning. We enjoy winning out here, all right? More of this stuff, man. But just so much praise to go around. We'll break it down and chip it down and give everybody theirs. But who would you like to start with, though, man? I'm going to roll with you on this one, sir. Who would you want to start with?
I mean, can we start anywhere other than Matas? If I'm picking where we start? Come on now. He led the team in scoring tonight with 27 points. And look, dude, credit to Giddey, because 12 of his dimes, at least a couple of those, were beautiful ones, Matas' direction.
Right.
But to me, what I liked about tonight from Matas, and we've seen it in a few games, obviously, you know, he had that one game with foul trouble that basically ruined his night.
Sure.
But what I am liking to see from Matas, firmly planting himself as one of this team's not only starting five, but real pieces, real threats offensively every time down the floor when he is on the floor. He is making great use of his teammates, whether it be Giddey, Trey Jones, or whomever, setting him up when he makes great movement off the ball. And we know his athleticism and his size can lead to some pretty spectacular photo finishes when his teammates set him up. We saw plenty of examples of that tonight, but in between that, just kind of spliced in between what is, I think, still mostly, majority, Matas getting set up by his teammates are the possessions where Matas takes it himself. That one-on-one against DeMar early in the game, just, but you know, it's not like DeMar DeRozan's winning all defensive team selections or anything. But Bulls fans, we know that well. But still, Matas taking DeMar to task, just head down, shoulder in, grinded his way to the bucket for a lay-in. And then, my God, the fourth quarter, early fourth quarter, he split a double team right at the free throw line, goes down the lane and switches hands. Did anybody hear Michael Jordan say, "Oh my God"? Because I said, "Oh my God!"
A spectacular move.
Matas freaking possess. There's a happy hat throw. There's a happy hat throw for Matas. Let's freaking go.
We got one.
Oh my God, I love him so much.
Yes, let it flow through you. This is what winning can do. And winning when you have a guy who you believe is going to be that kind of star is awesome as well. You know what I really love, Matt, is there was one point in that first half where the Kings were doing their thing, and I looked up, and I was like, man, who's scoring for the Bulls out here? And then Adam Amin, shout out to him real quick, said, and Matas Buzelis with 17 points going on right now. And I was like, what? Matas got 17 already? In this first half, made me pay more attention to what's going on out here on the floor. Those 3-point shots, I believe he hit his first, 3 or 4?
He started 4 of 4 from downtown.
Correct, man. Like, he was on fire. And then he just came out in that third and fourth quarter, especially in that fourth quarter, where it's time, where they had to have it. It was time to close it down. And like you said, that spectacular switching of the hands right there that he did on DeMar DeRozan is awesome. And you're right, he's not a great defender, but like I said, when you play in bad teams, you're supposed to destroy bad teams. When you're on a bad defender, you're supposed to destroy a bad defender. That's what he did, man. And it was a sight to behold and so much fun to watch. And the one thing I was concerned about were the fouls. Now, because he did have 5 of them. Because you're going to be guarding DeMar DeRozan. You're going to get some fouls, man. That's going to happen.
He bit on some classic DeMar pumps tonight.
Classic pump fakes going on. But he still stayed out there, man. 34 minutes is what that young man played. Team high, 18 attempts. From the 18 field goal attempts from him. Also, this is true too, a team high in 3-point attempts as well from Matas Buzelis. So he had 6 attempts from 3, 18 attempts at the field goal. Like, that is just awesome stuff, man. He was a plus 18 tonight for Matas Buzelis. Incredible, great game for him, man. And I just, again, and I've talked about the chemistry with him and Josh Giddey before, and you could see it building in that second half of the season for sure. But now it's a little more evident now as you see it, because Matas is really on that, no, I'm supposed to be the man, the best player, give me the damn ball kind of situation. And Giddey's like, Craigie, here you go. Go ahead and have it. I'm going to let you do your thing out there. But no, Matas Buzelis, man, is people are taking notice, all right, around the league about what he's doing. I guarantee you are going to see that switch hand layup on NBA, on ESPN, on Fox, and whoever else big-time sports broadcast people are going to be showing highlights and clips. You're going to see that, and guess what? Me and Matt are going to be watching it over and over and over again, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome stuff.
I mean, the proof is in the pudding. It was awesome to hear Matas. He got the post-game sideline interview with Casey after the game. Yeah. Shout out to Casey.
Shout out.
And his answer to Casey's question was, it wasn't even about tonight's game. It was just, he said, I've been working.
Yeah.
I've been working. And you see it as a Bulls fan, especially, I think, with those handles.
Yeah.
Like, not only can I confidently say, watching every minute of Bulls basketball, not only this year and last year, but as long as I can remember, Matas' handles aren't just better than they were this time last year. Matas' handles are better than they were in the Bulls' final, April games of last season. Like, his handles are so noticeably better. They are tighter. He still has a high dribble because the dude's 6'9", 6'10". But he also can use the high dribble to his advantage sometimes, Euro step, sham gods, all that stuff. But, man, going through his legs, going behind his back, when he split that double team at that bucket that ended with the amazing MJ, like, we didn't see those kind of handles from Matas last year. We didn't. And they're here now, which is freaking awesome.
Yeah, and now in our life, I like how you say that, because now we expect these things from Matas. We expect these high-level plays, these plays of athleticism that make you toss a hat in happiness, seeing those kind of things happen, man. So, and having just the 27 big points, coming back off of one, I'm not even going to say bad. He was just off, in that Orlando Magic game, he was off. In the game after that, he was just a little bit off, But he said, he told Billy, like, yeah, I know I played bad in that Magic game. I understand. He's going to get it together. It's why we don't worry about him. When we saw that bad game, I was like, okay, you had one. And I think you'll probably, have another one. That's what happens to NBA players, man. They have bad games, but they also have games like this. They also do these kind of things on the floor. Like having those kind of handles, as you just said, Nat, just makes you a nightmare around the league, man. And that's what gets you, again, into the national recognition when you're doing that stuff, because it's not normal for a dude his size to be doing these things that he's doing on the floor and with the intensity that he's doing it. I remember the dunk he had that they said they didn't count as an and one.
Oh, yeah.
Even on that one, I was charged up because you saw him start flexing immediately when he had that dunk. No, Matas is out for blood, man, and he wants it. And it's not just talk, and it's not just hearsay out here, man. Like, he wants it, and he is out there to prove it every single time on the floor, and he's going to prove it when we play the Knicks. Suck it, Knicks. I can't wait to watch this game.
Shout out to everybody hanging out with us in the chat. Hit the like button if you haven't done it yet. Poe Ghostly saying Buzelis is him.
Yeah.
Jose Juarez saying Buzelis is blooming so quickly.
Yeah.
I'm a Spooky Kitty. What up, Spooky Kitty?
Spooky Kitty,
saying,
man.
question for the pros. If the draft happened again today, how much higher would Matas be drafted? I feel like we talked about this towards the end of the offseason when we were looking for something to talk about one day. And, everybody, called it a weak draft class, this, that, or whatever.
I remember.
But, I mean, unquestionably, in my opinion, top 5.
Yeah.
Top 3,
Top
probably.
3, yeah.
The way he's looking, what his trajectory looks like now.
Like,
he's
one to me, in my opinion. But
27 points on above 50% shooting from the floor tonight.
Dude.
He's the Bulls' leading scorer.
Dude, and again, like when you have people out there, because when we said in the pregame what the starting lineup for Sacramento would be, the first thing I said to you was, dude, who's guarding Matas? Like, because I didn't understand the line. I understand they want to run, and that's the thing, but who's going to guard Matas? This is how he's supposed to react to that situation, Matt. When there's nobody on the floor, his height, his size, his stature that can keep up with him, you attack, and attack again. That is exactly what you saw him doing all game long to those Kings, man.
And what's so cool is it's only his second year, but he makes it look so smooth with that length and with that size. And he hasn't really quite finished the way we wanted to see him those first 3 games. Oh, yeah, we won those first 3 games, by the way.
Yeah, we did.
But tonight he was finishing around the hoop, and that was one of the smoother 27 points you're ever going to see from a second-year player.
Yes, it was. Talk that, Joey C. Cats me out.
Shout out to Common Sense in the chat who said, wait till the Bulls lose a single game, Peck's going to pile on. No. I'll pile on when they finish 39-43, but right now I'm going to enjoy the hell out of this 4-0 start.
We're going to roll, baby.
Why not?
4-0. 4-0.
Smoke if you got them. Enjoy it while you can.
Are you kidding me? They are 4-0. There's nothing upset about me right now, all right? Because I don't think anybody had them at 4-0. I don't think anybody had them at 3-0. I don't care either because they're there. And I'm going to celebrate and be happy because this is my team and this is y'all team. All right? This is what we're here for. So talk about the Bulls being 4-0. Ow!
Almost 1,000 in the chat, gentlemen.
Let's go.
Almost 1,000 in the
Come on
chat.
in.
Bulls
We need
pride.
at least 500 likes if we
Bulls
got
are
that
back.
many.
Yes, man.
Hit that like button.
Hit that like.
We'll knock out a quick ad break, come back, dive right back into what else we saw from tonight's Bulls win over the Kings. Keep those chats coming.
Yeah.
Throw us a super chat if you're feeling happy and generous tonight while you hit the like button and listen to some ads.
Happy hat throw. Wow. The 3 things you can be in life, ladies and gentlemen. You can be good. Being good is cool. You can be great. Who doesn't want to be great? I tell you who don't. The people who want to be ultra. And the only way you can be ultra with the icy, cold, awesome Michelob Ultra. Because once it hits your lips, cheer on your team with that Michelob Ultra, ladies and gentlemen.
Fill it up again.
Oh, man. Again. For drink. But why is it Ultra, Dave? I'm so glad you asked me, Frank. 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. That's why. It's a superior smooth taste worth playing for. Michelob Ultra is also the official American beer sponsor of your Chicago Bulls. The superior game meets the superior taste. You can grab a Michelob Ultra superior light beer as you cheer on your team because no matter what you're playing for, make it superior with Michelob Ultra. Be ultra magnetic.
Tonight's show also brought to you by Bet365. We are in the thick of football season, ready for a Bears win on Sunday. And that means you are a winner with the Bet365 early payout offer if your team goes up by 17 points with an instant payout on straight bets and parlay selections marked as winners. So download that Bet365 app if you don't have it already. Use promo code CHGO365 when you sign up because if you do that, you're going to get $200 in bonus bets when you place your first $5 bet. That's it. Just a $5 bet. Throw one on tonight's Bulls game. Throw it on Friday's Bulls-Knicks game. And whether or not you win that bet, you're going to get that $200 in bonus bets either way. What are you waiting for? Download that Bet365 app. Be sure to use that promo code CHGO365 when you sign up. Bets can be used on spreads, totals, player props, futures, even more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 and older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Ow! We back, Bulls Nation. Ow! CHGO Bulls postgame rolling along Wednesday night. Bulls get the win over the Kings to move to 4-0, one of the few remaining unbeaten NBA teams.
The few still standing.
That's right.
That's right.
That's a real thing that I just said. It's factually accurate.
In a world.
What? As opposed to potential downfall.
Oh, shout out. Yes.
Shout out to our friend Casey
Shout
Thespians
out,
back in the
KC.
day.
Shout out,
Oh,
sir.
those were different vibes and
You got to do a new one now, baby.
DeMar and Zach were still here back
They
then.
were still here.
Oh, man.
4-0.
It's time to take the temp, Bulls Nation. Taking the temp, brought to you by our friends at Four Seasons, your trusted local experts. Our Four Seasons heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. Visit fourseasonsheatingcooling.com for all their special offers and money-saving coupons. That's fourseasonsheatingcooling.com. And because we're 4-0 and the vibes are high, why don't we take the temp of Bulls Nation?
Oh, I like
Joe, you
this.
want to knock out a couple of super chats right now? Right quick?
I like this.
What are
rock
the
and
people of
roll.
Bulls Nation saying?
Take your team.
Oh, it's our friend Prison Mike who loves RC.
Let's go, baby.
He said, great beaten dem, King Kong, King. 4-0. Shout out also to our pal Flipside, who said, what up, Matt, Big Dave, and Goat, and Joey C. Winning is fun.
I'm
4
telling
in a
you.
row is nice. Now let's strive for 5.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Remember when that was the motto after the Bulls' fourth championship?
Do I remember?
You gotta
it.
strive for 5.
Strive for 5, baby.
Yeah.
And then the final dance.
And then those posters in Grant Park that didn't quite come true. What's like 6 is something, but 7 is heaven. 6 is sweet, but 7 would be heaven.
Yeah. Sorry, when it's called The Last Dance, we know what's happening right there.
ISO Noah with the super chat saying, Matt, maybe Matas can replace Bobby Crazy Eyes Portis as your new best buddy. Lost my parlay. IO 0 from 3. I don't care. I'm happy. Bulls good. Billy Coach of the Year? Question mark.
You know what?
Hey man,
that's legitimate. ISO, that is very, very legitimate. For he should be in the running for Coach of the Year. Matt, the play, one of the big plays of this game came in that fourth quarter when it was a scramble, a rowdy down, as I like to call it, that was happening on the floor. Thank you very much. That was happening on the floor. Matas gets the ball, and he's, still actually trying to corral the ball and hold the ball. Timeout comes straight from that sideline. Billy Donovan immediately calling that timeout, stopping everything, getting it, calling a play in that timeout. They come out and they score. That's coaching. All right. We talked about it yesterday about the X factor of Billy Donovan and what he is why I called him the second best player on the Bulls, man. He has been vitally important to this 4-0 start for the Bulls. I think he absolutely, if we're just looking at it right now, he's absolutely in the running for Coach of the Year. Very early, we know, super early, but damn it, we ain't used to this.
And honestly, it makes me think of the year he spent with the Thunder after certain future Hall of Famers departed that team, and everybody said, Thunder are going to be trash this year, right?
I remember.
Billy Donovan coached that team to the playoffs.
He did.
When no one expected him to do so.
He did. That was 1.6% chance or something like that.
So
maybe less than that.
We could be looking at a similar situation here where it's like, who's like the guy? Who's the Bulls like superstar player? Do they have one? I don't know. The Bulls are winning as a collective team playing a very branded style, purposeful style of ball. It's working through 4 games, and they're doing it without any of the, oh my God, did you see so-and-so stat line last night kind of players.
Right. That's correct, man. And
a big part of that is coaching.
Oh, a huge part of that is coaching, man. Like, just look at the lineups and the things that they did out there on the floor. Even when you saw Vooch not having a quote-unquote Vooch kind of game, I mean, he still, 13 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists. My God. But he wasn't, you didn't notice it. You know what I'm saying? As much, especially in that first half, because there were definitely moments where I yelled out to you, like, man, is he taking a field goal?
Yeah.
Like, is he taking an attempt or anything like that? Like, so, but when you're having those kind of games, like, and Billy, and just watch the rotations of the guys that he brought in and when he brought them in and the plays out of the timeout, that is something that I was used to harp on with Billy, with plays out of the timeout. I didn't like the plays. This was years back. I didn't like the plays that they were running out of the timeout at some of the time. This season, though, Matt, they have been on point. He'll call that timeout, and we don't see as many timeouts either from Billy Donovan because he's not as angry at his team out there on the floor. But he's calling it out of those timeouts, and the plays and sets that they are running are awesome, man. And the other team is not ready for them, and they're leading to easy buckets. That makes everything better when it's easy buckets. So the execution and getting the easy buckets, I attribute and tip the cap to Billy Donovan, man, with what he's doing with this coaching right now.
Yeah, you mentioned the the ATOs that Billy's been drawing up. Shout out to our pal Steph No, does great work covering the NBA for Sporting News. You should follow him on Twitter too, because he's been clipping some stuff, some Bulls plays from the first handful of games, including highlighting some successful Billy Donovan ATO plays. Running Huerter around multiple different kinds of screens to get him open for looks, generating open looks for Matas. So give Steph Noah a follow. He's been breaking down Bulls plays really well. But also the other part of this Bulls by committee offense that we have seen work through 4 games has been about their pace of play and Billy keeping fresh legs in there with a deep rotation and quick stints. We had another 9-man rotation tonight. 9.5. Julian Phillips got in there for 3 minutes, but Smith, P. Will, Huerter, and Io all played somewhere between 15 and 25 minutes off the bench. And you're wondering, okay, second night of the back-to-back for the Kings. They, jumped out. Bulls had to claw their way back. They were down 12 in the second quarter. They start their comeback late second quarter. That bridges the third quarter like you were talking about earlier. But then when you get into the fourth and the Bulls are in control and in position to win that game, I don't know if you took note of this too, Dave, but I saw several times down the floor as those fourth quarter seconds were ticking off where the Kings were flat-footed. They had no energy to run any plays. There was one possession I specifically recall where DeMar, it was maybe 8 seconds into the shot clock. He had it up on the left elbow, and he just looked around, saw no one moving, and just chucked it to Zach on the other side and was like, you do something, man. Like, I am gassed. Which, again, you're not always going to have the benefit of rest versus not rest, but the style the Bulls are playing, they were still running in the fourth, and the Kings were not.
I think the hugest thing about that was Zach LaVine in that fourth quarter. I think that's
Zach was still running
because he was still running, but it definitely the shots were coming up just a little bit short on there. But then he went in when he dunked the basketball like he did, and it was special. But you're right, man. We thought that they would have problems, getting into late into the game, into the deep waters of the basketball game. And it showed. It definitely showed in that fourth quarter for the Kongs.
Yeah, Zach on a back-to-back definitely was front rimming. Like that's as classic as it gets. But I noticed I didn't have the stopwatch out, but we were talking about like the backcourt rotation specifically in the last game with the Hawks. It felt like Billy Donovan was almost running hockey shifts out there. Where like it was like Trey Jones for a couple minutes, in comes Giddey, in comes Io. We're gonna flip it around, we're gonna move it around a little bit. And you could just tell he's in his bag a little bit, right?
Yeah.
He's feeling that matchup confidence, and he's willing to put anybody out there, and a lot of that also speaks to the confidence he has in his players because they're executing right now.
I love how you're saying that, man. Like, confidence is contagious, and it's all around on his team right now. So Billy having confidence in his players when he puts them out there, knowing they're going to execute. The players having confidence in their play when they're out there on the floor, and also them having confidence in their teammate that's right next to them as well. So it's going around, and it's very contagious on his team right now, man. And it's leading to a fun brand of basketball, which is leading to absolute winning of 4-0 Chicago Bulls team. More!
Say it again.
Give me more of the Quattro.
Bulls win!
Give it to me. The Quattro and Zero Chicago Bulls, ladies and gentlemen. 4-0.
It's wild. And around their offensive style, there are certain details that they've done better on some nights than others that have contributed to winning. Like, it was not a great night turnover-wise. The Bulls had 15, and some of them were ugly.
Some of them were ugly.
Your starting backcourt of Josh and Trey Jones combined for 8, I believe. Josh had 5, and Trey had 3. But fourth quarter, I feel like they took better care of the ball in the fourth quarter.
Correct.
That's when it matters most. They didn't win the free throw line battle tonight. 14 of 18. The Kings went 20 of 26. Shout out to Josh Giddey, who led the Bulls in free throw attempts and hit 5 of his 7.
Oh, wow.
But the Bulls have not been shooting the lights out in those first 3 games from behind the arc.
That's true.
Volume has been down compared to last season. Efficiency, kind of middle of the pack. They shot near 44%, 14 of 32 tonight. That was another big contributor to the Bulls getting a win. And shout out to the Kongs, who saw the trend, saw the sample that had been set by the Bulls' previous opponents, and said, we're supposed to brick all our threes? We got you. 7 of 28 behind the arc tonight.
They watched
for the
tape.
Kongs.
They watched the tape of the other teams, and
We
then
understand how
they
this
took
works.
it to heart.
We're playing the Bulls tonight? All right, we're not allowed to hit more than 7 threes. Gotcha.
Got you covered, baby, like a blanket.
Bulls elite defense.
Oh, it's working. As long as it's working.
I'm waiting for that other shoe to drop. I'll take it.
Let it wait for as long as it need to wait. Stay up there, shoe. We done felt your drop before. Stay up there. 4-0 is what we're on. But also, I saw somebody come and say, talk about Lee Patrick. You thought I wasn't? You thought I wasn't going to get into Lee? And then what Lee is doing, he is doing Lee things out here. Did you not see him come down on the pull-up three-point shot for that man Lee Patrick out there on the floor? Oh, it was awesome to watch. 6 attempts, 20 minutes, 3 for 3 from the three-point line.
Hey.
That is what you want from Patrick Williams, man. So he ended up with those 9 points, 3 rebounds, but he was 3 of 3 from that three-point line. But he took 6 attempts. So he took 6 shots. He was trying out there, and the sweat was a dripping. The forehead damp. The beard just full of the sweat, and it was dripping and falling on the jersey when he was pulling up and hitting them threes. Lee Patrick is in full effect. And also, shout out to the people who enjoy the fact that I'm calling him Lee Patrick, because I saw that it was catching on online. And I got to find this real quick.
I believe it was
a
Devin on Twitter.
Shout out to Devin, man.
Yeah.
So when I explained it, shout out to C-Red Fred, who sent me this when I was talking about it. He said, me explaining why I call him Lee Patrick.
Yeah.
He says, this absolutely worked. Lee has been very good until tonight. I said Lee Patrick 7 times at halftime, and he's been a lot better in quarter 3. All credit to Big Dave.
That's what I told you last game. I was like, just say Lee Patrick into the mirror
Just
3
say-
times,
like
and
Beatles
all of a
did,
sudden
man.
he will grab a rebound.
He got it. He got you covered, man. Lee Patrick, y'all. He is in full effect out here. It's fun to watch. man.
Captain Sucky in the
Congratulations.
chat saying Lee the 3 Williams. 3 for 3 from Lee, says Kyle Williams. Yeah.
Yes, more.
Fantasy Cast Podcast, alleviate my pain, Mr. Williams.
He has been elite from 3. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Miller
I love
Dance.
this.
Hiya! Lee Patrick Lee enter the florist.
Is there like a Tom Petty instead of free falling? It's Lee balling. Is that what's going on?
This is
He just
good.
pulls up for the top, that 3 from from the top of the key,
Lee.
and it's just Lee balling.
Lee balling. Oh, this is the best. I love y'all, man. Y'all are
Man,
so fun.
It is.
This is cool
It is
stuff.
nice to just see him contribute.
Yes.
Like we've lowered our asking price on
Yes,
Pat. Not
correct.
not talking like trades. I'm talking like asking price as a fan.
Yes,
of
correct.
what we want
That's it.
from this dude.
Right.
Oh, okay. You can hit 3 threes, give us 9 points off the bench,
And
play some
sweat?
respectable defense.
Sweat a little bit?
And it's not that we haven't seen him have games where he'll hit 3 threes.
Yeah.
But we didn't know he was out there when he was hitting those 3 threes. Like I said, he walked into one. He was aggressive, man. Like, and on both ends of the floor. The one rebound where you know how he always has that one rebound where he lets you know that he has springs in his legs and he can jump up and touch basically the shot clock. Like, he had one of those tonight also, man. And that was awesome to see. Shout out to Tim Sinclair. Who's in the chair.
If I could get away with that Lee intro. Tim, you are the Bulls PA announcer, our friend. You have the mic. What do you mean if you can get away with it?
man. Look,
The
say
mic
it.
is in front of you.
Say it. Like, so when you're saying 3, just trail off into a Lee
Yeah.
when you're saying 3.
And tell you, if
It'll
any
be
of the
all right.
Bulls brass take issue with it the first time you do it, just
Bring it
send
here.
them to us.
Bring it here.
We'll
Bring it here.
smooth it over.
Lee,
take care
point
of it.
basket.
We'll take care of it. Yes, we will. It's so much fun.
The next step is figuring out how Lee feels about the
Yes.
name change.
Yeah, that'll be the next step.
Which, I think if we asked Goat to ask him,
Oh, man.
hey, are you aware that there's sort of a nickname name change going on?
Yeah,
Or just
I would
call
like
him
to
Lee
hear
and
it.
see if he picks up on it. Just be
Oh.
like, I got to ask it, Lee, just really quick.
Look
See
at
if
it,
he
still
knows.
going. Finally.
Finally.
Patrick played like an actual NBA player. Most definitely.
Well,
Oh, keep
guess
it going.
what? The Bulls homestand continues Friday night, Mr. Sinclair.
Yes, it does.
Number 1 on your to-do list on Friday. The challenge has been levied. We got to knock out another ad break real quick when we go back on the other side. More of our thoughts, more of your thoughts on the Bulls win. We'll also talk to the GOAT. Plus, we got to find out who the GOAT of the night
Goat
is.
of the night.
It's another W, 4-0. Hit the like, throw us a super chat. Here's some ads.
Right. I talked to my brother. I said, guess what? Factor's back. We got some Factor meals we're going to be eating, baby. It's going to be awesome and awesome and awesome and awesome. And I love Factor very, very much, man. Why? Because I get to choose what I want as somebody that is allergic to nuts. And as somebody that also only eats fish. Shout out to the pescatarians. You can choose exactly what you want. You can choose from a wider selection of weekly meal options, including premium seafood choices like salmon and shrimp at no extra cost. But you know they got you covered because they're going to have some steakums and some proper meats available for all the meat eaters out there. Shout out Matt Peck for that also. And for the first time, you can try Asian-inspired meals with bold flavors influenced by China, Thailand, and much, much more. So eat smart at factormeals.com/CHGO50 off and use the code CHGO50 off to get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's CHGO50 off at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid on new Factor customers with the code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase.
Today's show also brought to you by Prize Picks.
Prize Picks.
Dave, you and I make decisions every day.
We do.
But on Prize Picks, being right can actually get you paid.
Nice.
Don't miss out on any of the excitement this football season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats for the game you're excited to watch that night. If you get your picks right, boom, you can win cash. And on Prize Picks, how you play is up to you. If you want flexibility, choose Flex Play, where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. And if you want the biggest payouts, go for that power play. No matter your play, Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test. So download that Prize Picks app today with promo code CHGO to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks! It's good to be right. It's good to be right. It's also good to be a winner.
Winner!
Bulls 4-0.
dinner.
Peck, Big Dave, Joey C on the controls, hanging out with you, our fellow Bulls fans. Wednesday evening. We will hear from the GOAT a little bit later.
What else brings me joy, man?
What's that? What brings you joy, Dave?
Outside of a 4-0 start from my Chicago Bulls, how about the retiring of the jersey of one of the greatest Bulls of all time? You know who it is. Derrick Rose. Rose in the rafters, ladies and gentlemen. The official CHGO basketball sweet takeover. You heard what I said. Sweet take over. Brought to you by Top Shelf. January 24th is when it's going down. The Chicago Bulls versus the anybody's. It doesn't matter who they're playing. It's the Boston Celtics. But it doesn't matter who they are playing. We cannot wait to see Derrick Rose go into the rafters and having his jersey up there with the great Bob Love, with the great Michael Jordan, and the great Scottie Pippen, and with Jerry Krause as well. He will be up there forever, all right? And I can't wait to see it. I know you can't wait to see it. So tickets right now for this is available to diehards right now. And let me tell you something, they're getting sold. So if you're not a diehard and you want to go to this and you want to be down with CHGO in general, go ahead and become a diehard. It's a great move. It's not expensive at all to become a diehard, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead. You'll get great coverage from all our great writers, including Will the Goat Gottlieb and all our national writers. You'll get money off of all of our events that we have here around the city when we're doing our watch parties and things like that. And off of this as well, you'll catch yourself on our little dance count, how I'm out at. And it's only available to the diehard. So sign up. Come on out. Sweet takeover. Come get a hug from me and a smile. Don't touch the quaff. And enjoy January 24th.
With that, we dive back into tonight's Bulls win over the Kongs. Samuel Niles, Patrick Lee got me smiling with glee.
Hey, glee.
Man,
from Lee.
I also saw somebody nominate Zach for Goon for old time's sake. Look,
I thought about it.
He was a point shy of my pregame pick of over 30.5.
Yeah.
I felt like he was going to come into this one and cook. By the fourth quarter, he was out there cooking by himself.
He was, man.
For large stretches. And I mean, just remind you how special of an athlete and basketball player that dude is.
Man.
It was fun to see DeMar do DeMar things and Zach do Zach things out there. It really was. Like, I am glad that the Bulls have entered a new era. And we all know how frustrating the final chapters of the Zach DeMar era were. Hashtag play in tournament forever and always. But two great guys.
Yeah.
Very happy to see them back in the building, and big smiles. Great tribute video that the Bulls put together for Zach LaVine during that first quarter timeout. Yes. Well done as always by the Bulls when they do that kind of stuff. And to see Zach acknowledge the crowd, like somebody in the stands had a poster, shouting out "Love always" to Zach. I am glad that the Bulls are in a different place. But it's always, it's still fun to watch those guys play. Like,
yeah.
I'm glad the Bulls came out on the winning side. There were a couple times tonight where I was like, God, geez, Zach, filthy.
Yeah, that dunk he had in that fourth quarter was
my God.
Matt went hysterical when he saw that. It was, and rightly so.
Does Zach LaVine cock back?
Oh, man. Yeah. Like, it was special, man, to sit there and watch that young man. 12 of 19 from the field. Struggled from 3, went 2 of 8. But I kind of got lost a little bit watching him in that second quarter when he started going crazy, because I just flashed back and remembered what that was like to sit there and watch him when he's on that heater like that, when the dunks are coming, when that step back 3. I love the Zach step back 3. It's like water, when he's hitting that, man. And the form, everything is just always on point and perfect and precise when he's doing it, man. So I was just happy and just flashing back, like I said, sitting there watching it like, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, snap. Oh, he's not on the team. My fault. He's not on the squad anymore. And then, like you said about DeMar, just watching the turnarounds and the mid-range shots. Like I was saying, I was like, man, these are layups for him. Like these are straight up just regular old layup line shots for him. Like it's that simple and that easy. Watching him draw those fouls and how he's a master at that, how he's a master at slowing the game down because he can get to the foul line by just hitting you with the pump fake and knowing how to lean in and get that foul called and draw contact, even any contact, even with the body, on the elbow, on the ribs, whatever. He knows how to draw that contact and get to the foul line. It was a pleasure to honestly sit and watch those two guys play tonight because I wanted to see both of them have good games, but I wanted to see the Bulls come out with the win, and I saw all of that, and that was awesome.
Yeah, Bears Bulls for life in the chat just said, Zach and DeMar circled this game on the calendar. The fact they left with an L makes me so happy.
Yeah, leave with the L, baby.
I mean, I will never judge anyone for pettiness, and good for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
one correction I do want to make. I forgot to say Jerry Sloan when I was talking about people in the rafters.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot to say the late, great Jerry Sloan. Don't ever want to forget. He was the first one retired here in Chicago. Didn't want to forget his name. Jerry Sloan.
One of the OG Mr. Bulls.
Yes, absolutely.
You know who else had this game circled,
Talk to
Dave? Because I wanted to give him a shout out. I know
Doug
you may have
McDermott.
mentioned him in one of your opening soliloquies.
Okay.
But the Red Velvet.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Kevin Huerter,
Yeah.
who was involved in that 3-team trade that sent Zach to the Kings, he was in a midlife NBA crisis of his career.
Yeah.
In his seasons in Sacramento, he saw his role diminish steadily. His three-point shot continued to decrease from the snipe shooter he became known for his early NBA days with the Atlanta Hawks, and took advantage of the fresh start. Played big for the Bulls down the stretch last season when they were winning a lot of games.
Yeah.
And then 6 of 8 for 18 points off the bench tonight.
Oh, man, he was
That is a circled on the calendar performance from Mr.
Yeah.
Kevin Huerter.
Yeah, you're right. And you're right. I definitely talked about it, man. I thought this would be a game that he would be looking at because he showed us the last time when he played how serious he takes this game, and he talked about how good it felt to beat that team, man. So, yeah, Kevin Huerter, Red Velvet, absolutely did his thing. But there's another smooth individual, speaking of Velvet, on the line.
We heard a jingle.
I heard it.
Let's talk to the GOAT.
I heard it. Hit me.
That's where he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Calling in from that GOAT Talk hotline presented by Michelob Ultra. The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. It's our guy, Willie O. Gottlieb.
That's him.
Follow him, Will_Gottlieb. Read his stuff, allchgo.com. GOAT, the Bulls are 4-0. Matas with a team high 27. Giddey flirting with a triple-double. Vooch flirting with a triple-double. The bench scoring all kinds of points. What is happening?
Bulls are back, I think, is the only explanation. The Bulls are back, and Zach and DeMar were also back. I thought they had a pretty good chance to win this game. Like, I'm not super high on what the Kings are doing right now. It was very cool to see Zach and DeMar, and it's crazy to me that they're still on the same team. But I just feel like the Bulls were well-equipped to take advantage of that kind of a team. A little bit older, coming off of a back-to-back against the Thunder, a road back-to-back. That's just a tough situation. And you saw the Bulls falter there a little bit in the second quarter and then kind of pull it back together and get back to their identity. And it's just a tough team to stop, especially when you don't have, that kind of a pace yourself. And we know from watching them for years that, Zach and DeMar play in more of a methodical pace. And I think that can be a challenge to defend against when that's who you are. So really good game all around. Matas obviously was fantastic scoring the ball. I did think that there was like some growing pains with what he was doing that we can maybe get into, but overall, just a really solid performance. And the Bulls are now 4-0 for the first time since 2021-22, which, as we know, was the last time that they made the playoffs. But also, that season, they started 4-0, and then they lost their fifth game. So we'll see if the Bulls can exceed that number, which is, where they ended up in 21-22.
Let's go into that, though. I want to talk about that. You say you saw some growing pains from that young man out there. What were you seeing happening?
So obviously he was scoring the ball well. And I think that a lot of it was really great, just like in transition, in the flow of the offense, hitting threes, making easy decisions. But he was interesting because I feel like last game we had talked to Billy and he said, I want to have multiple ball handlers out there at the same time so that I'm not overtaxing guys like Matas and making them do a lot of the creation. Well, in the second quarter, that's exactly what happened. Trey and Giddey were both on the bench. It was just Ayo out there with Patrick and Matas. Both of them were kind of the secondary playmakers. There was a possession where Matas just kind of had to make something out of nothing, and you could just see that he wasn't quite there yet. So a couple turnovers. I don't think he had a bad game by any means, but it was just like those kind of moments. There was another play where he was guarding DeMar and he bit on the pump fake, and it was just like, yeah, this guy's still a young player. He's still got a lot to learn in terms of like, reading the game and knowing how to be sort of conservative when he needs to, knowing how to be aggressive when he needs to. And overall, like I said, he played really well, but I felt like there were a couple of moments throughout where he had to make something out of nothing, and he didn't really have the tools that he needed to do that. The one caveat there was that play where, the play broke down and he got the ball at like the free throw line, and he had the, low pickup extension, and he like put it up with the left and then switched to the right in midair. So that was really nice, and hopefully we can see more of that. But I just felt like there are some growing pains. The upshot, though, is that I think this is exactly what the Bulls should be doing with him to try to get him that experience as they go. Maybe, for stretches in the second quarter of games when you're going against bench units, can you put the ball in his hands a little bit more and let him grow into that? Because I do think so far it's very much been Billy, Matas fills a role that Billy is looking for, right? And it's not so much the Bulls are relying on Matas to create for them in order to succeed. I think if you can sprinkle in some of the latter with mostly the former, that's how you start to really develop him and expand his game. And so I liked that he was struggling through that. I liked to see those turnovers because they weren't in super high stakes moments, and they allowed him to get experience in that role that ultimately I hope he can move into.
Goat, another interesting night for the Bulls defensively. They allowed the Kings to shoot 53% from the field, but just 25% efficiency on just 28 attempts from the three-point line. Are you seeing, or is anybody that you talk to over there at the Madhouse seeing, a correlation of any kind between the way that the Bulls play pace-wise and their opponents shooting poor efficiency on low volume of three-point attempts? Because I saw people talking about that on Twitter earlier today, trying to connect those dots. Do you see any connection between those dots?
Yeah, I'm actually going to turn the mic over here because I'm sitting next to Drew Stevens, and he asked Billy directly about that. We saw the tweets about that, Kevin Huerter running sort of an analysis on the interaction between pace and defense or opposing offense. I don't think that there is a correlation statistically speaking, but I don't know, Drew, maybe you can share some of what you heard there.
Come on in, Drew.
Drew Stevens cameo?
Representing on the Go Talk hotline by Michelob Ultra.
Let's go! Hey, it's our guy Drew Stevens from the Bigs. What's up, Drew?
My guys. What's up, fellas?
Chilling, sir.
Basking in a 4-0 start, baby.
4-0, brother. 4-0.
It's wild, man. The vibes are high, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Well, so what do you make about this whole pace versus defensive three-point line stuff?
Yeah, so like Will mentioned, I did ask Billy about it, and he didn't really make the correlation. He more so talked about the ability of the players to contest shots rather than how much they're running players into the ground because of the pace they're playing at. So I would take that answer as him saying, no, there is no correlation between pace and the way that opponents have shot the ball from the arc so far. So from Billy's mouth to our ears, man.
Drew, when you're talking to Patrick Williams, do you ever want to call him Lee Patrick?
Now I do. Listening to you.
Yes, sir, man. And how
I
was
just hear
it?
Dave yelling, "Lee!"
all day long, man. How was it being there and watching Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan return to the United Center with that? Like, did you guys get a chance to speak to those guys before or after the game? And what did you think of their performance on the floor?
I'll let Will take the majority of that question, but for me, it was weird hearing Tim Sinclair call Zach LaVine's name in the visitor player fashion,
Yeah.
instead of the Zach LaVine, So that was odd for me. It was weird seeing him back in the Kings uniform as it was last year. The same thing with DeMar, but he looked like the same old Zach. I saw some jokes online about him scoring 30 points but being a minus 23 for the game. So, people still going to get those jokes off. But, I admired Zach's game for his ability to score, first and foremost. I think that he was a true professional for the majority of his time here. It got a little rough there toward the end, but nothing but respect to Zach from this end.
Yeah, let me take it back because I'm barely on the camera. But
Thanks, Drew.
Real janky setup here we got. But thank you, Drew. Yeah, I got a chance to talk with Zach a little bit after, and yeah, he seems really good. I mean, I think the thing is, like, it was kind of a weird time in Bulls basketball, right? Like, he was supposed to be the next great player on the team. And, you know, I do think he was a great player. I don't think he was like the superstar that they needed to carry the torch.
Sure.
And now the Bulls are kind of moving away from needing a superstar at all, right? Like, they're relying on something else. And we can talk about whether that's real or not. It's a topic for another day. But I think Zach, having had some time to reflect on it, he definitely like cherishes his time in Chicago. I think he like called Chicago home. He says, like, you know, he knows what he did here. He, you know, feels very fondly about it and tried to like be a part of the community as much as he could. And I think all that's true. And it's just unfortunate. Sometimes it doesn't work out. So it was a long ride. Like, I think there were kind of two different eras of Zach LaVine basketball. There was like the rebuilding, you know, 2017 to 2020, and then the like DeMar era. And it's crazy to think about like how long that was and just how the lack of results. And that was really the thing that he said in media after the game that stood out to me. It was like, I really just wish we would have won more. They had their chance obviously in 21-22 when they were clicking, and then Lonzo got hurt and all this stuff. And it just kind of was what it was. But I do think that when he looks back on it, that's kind of what he sees is like a place and a time where he grew up and he became a man and he had a family. But also a place where like he got to really shine individually, made 2 All-Star games, but really just didn't get winning done. And I think that, you know, I don't want to say weighs on him, but I do think that was something that stood out to me in what he was talking about.
Goat, before we let you go, another nominee for Goon of the Night.
I kind of want to nominate Tim Sinclair after what Drew just said.
No, when he actually does it, that's when the nomination comes out.
That's real.
I don't have a good one. I got to calculate this really quickly.
They're all good. Baby, they're all good.
Honestly, I might go Zach LaVine just because first game back, 30 points on 19 shots. And it just felt like, obviously, like in some ways it was kind of a classic LaVine game where you just like, he plays incredibly and the team loses. Like, I don't love saying that because it's kind of mean, but like, it's kind of true. So I think I'll go Zach. And he just kind of like he was on a mission. Like he had, you know, 14 points in 13 minutes. Like he was really cooking. And it was good to watch him again. It was good to see him up close and watch the pregame warm up. And, you know, he and DeMar came into the Bulls locker room after. So it was good vibes all around.
All right.
Goat, we appreciate the time. We appreciate the insights. And, of course, always appreciate the writing. Bulls Nation, read Goat stuff, all CHGO.com. Instant reactions to tonight's game already up on the site. And become a diehard so you can read all of Goat's very best, including a recent deep dive chat with Ayo Dosunmu. Goat, we will see you, or talk to you, rather, on Friday for the end of the Bulls homestand when they take on the Knicks. Cup night! Appreciate you, buddy.
All right, guys.
All right. That was Go Talk Hotline on Michelob Ultra. Go Talk Hotline. Shout out to our pal Drew Stevens for popping in on the sidebar. Follow him and their great Bulls coverage at the Bigs if you aren't already.
Absolutely.
Let's quickly pocket the Goat Goon nominee. Okay. Because before we get to the rest of them and your final awarding of the true winner, did want to play this little piece of Billy talking post-game that Goat snagged. Because he was talking about the great leadership that Zach and DeMar provided while they were here and how they are trying to bridge that and with whom they might be trying to bridge that in this new era of Bulls basketball. Joey, take it away.
DeMar was as good as I've been around in terms of investing in younger players. I've never seen a veteran do that like him. I mean, he was so unbelievable with his time, having guys come out in the summertime, you know, going to Ayo's retirement jersey, all that stuff. The same thing could be said for Zach. He was the same exact way. I remember when Josh Giddey came here and Josh was going through a difficult time last year, just trying to not fit in, but getting himself comfortable playing the game. Zach came off and says, you know, you have any ideas, suggestions, anything I can do to help Josh? You know, those are the kind of guys that they were. I think when players of that standard who are all-stars, you know, Hall of Fame type players, when they leave, there's just kind of a new starting over point, so to speak, and I think for Io and for Kobe and for Patrick, Matas is now in his second year. There's guys that have been here that it's like, okay, we've got to carry the torch now, and we're not the kind of team that's just going to be able to rely on a player to close games out for us. We're going to have to do it together. And I think that they understand that, that it's about what kind of team are we going to become. And I think that they know, and I think Io's driven this. I think Kobe's driven this. I think the guys are driven this. It's like, we got to be a really, really connected group. We got to be really tied together. We got to know each other. We got to spend time with each other. We got to invest in each other because we're going to need each other out there. And sometimes with, listen, there was plenty of times when I watched over on that sideline, DeMar's got the ball and he's making something happen and he's making a game-winning shot, or Zach's doing the same thing. And, now you're in a situation where, okay, something new's happening and they're all having to rely upon each other. And I'm happy to hear them say what they said to you.
That's Billy Donovan after tonight's win over his old friends, Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. Shout out to the Go for getting the footage.
Yes.
Great stuff. What did you just say while we were listening to it, Dave?
Oh, say his TED Talk.
Yeah.
His TED Talk.
Thank you for coming to Billy Donovan's TED
You
Talk.
feel me, man? Yes. I love that. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
more. Give me more, Billy, please. I love this. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff.
Coach of the year votes?
Coach of the month. Is there a coach of the month?
Yeah.
There's a coach of the month.
They do not do coach of the month awards, I don't believe,
No,
like
they
do
don't.
with player of the month.
We'll do it here.
Yeah.
Coach of the Equinox?
Dude, if that award was handed out into the first 10 days of the season,
Yeah.
Billy Donovan might not win, but he would be top 3 in vote getters.
Oh, he
For
absolutely
the
be
Bulls
top three.
4-0 start.
Seriously.
All right, before we find out who the Goon of the night is, we do have some more super chats to get to. Joey, would you do the honors?
My pleasure. Shout out to the chat tonight. Over 800
Shout
still in the
out
chat.
to
Over
the
almost
chat.
340 likes. Way to go,
Let's
guys.
go. Love you, Bulls,
Jelly,
baby.
Jelli. I'm $9.99. I'm so tickled by how much Happy Peck doesn't compute to so many folks right now. LOL. When was the last time Matt reacted to the Bulls like this, or he reacted like he does to Portillo's? Let's keep the positivity flowing. It was an Italian beef kind of night.
Yeah, that's right. I think the last
Mr.
time I
Matt Peck.
smiled that widely here was when you came in and holding a sack of Portillo's while we were on set doing pregame.
I remember this.
I know your order now. Next super chat from Months Behind 9730. Thank you so much. $5. Bulls win.
Shout
I
out.
agree. Mr. Strick with $9.99. Bulls win for my niece's 13th birthday.
Hey,
6-7
happy
for her
birthday,
13th
niece
birthday.
Strick.
Way to go.
Much love.
I saw Noah again with another $4.99 chat.
Let's
Dave,
go.
that 3 from PW came right after Zach scored. He took it personal. I'm glad he got a heart. Patrick Lee got heart. He must paid a visit to the Oz.
Hey,
Happy
Big
sign.
Dave
the
took
wizard.
Patrick Williams' name away, and he
That's
said,
it.
and I took that personally.
David Lithgow with $7.99. I'm so sorry I missed the other
Hey.
chat that goes with that, but thank you so much for
I think I
contributing.
remember because I read it. Chad Lithgow, one of our biggest members of the Giddey committee, he
Yes.
said, Peck, I'm feeling a little sheepish about my 47 wins and the 6th seed prediction.
Okay.
Could the Bulls be headed towards a top 3 seed in the East?
Talk it.
And to that, and to most things I say to David Lithgow, much love to you, pump the brakes.
And also certified
Kool-Aid.
forklift driver. 4-0, Modest leading the way. Yes, please. And then finally, flip side 23. This diehard just got his D-Rose Sweet takeover.
Hey.
Let's go.
CHGO crew and the fellow CHGO Bulls fan.
It wasn't a super chat, but I also saw and wanted to shout it out. Adam Fadays in the chat said, yo, just bought my Rose in the Rafters tickets.
Hey,
Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Peck, I'm going to convince you to come out to Denver for some disc golf. Big Dave, be ready for this hug. Before you convince
I'm
me
here
to come
for
out
it.
to Denver for disc golf, you got to convince me to go to Rose in the Rafters tonight because I still might be peacefully protesting that event. We'll see.
Bacchiotomy is what he's saying.
Yeah.
That will be on the list right there. It's the bacchiotomy.
Of course.
And you know why? Because he's a Goon of the Night winner. So it's time to find out who will be Goon of the Night.
Let's
Joey
go.
C, if you please, sir, smack him.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man. Now, I'm the man.
Oh, it's that time, baby. And it feels good. 4 times. Goon of the night. I had to put some duct tape on it because it's a goon belt, ladies and gentlemen. It's been through things. You got to earn this stuff right here when it's Goon of the night. Doesn't have to be the best player. Doesn't have to be the worst player. Doesn't even have to be a player, but just something that was goon-worthy that happened in the game. Matt Peck, I will start with you, sir. Who is your Goon of the night?
Not my nominee, but wanted to make note of it because I don't know if anybody did yet. Sidebar nominations to Trey Jones for successfully taking the Bulls' second charge of the season.
Yes.
We're counting them this year.
Yes.
After it was brought to our collective attention, the Bulls only had 13 all of last season. 82 games, 13 charges taken.
Yeah.
We are, I believe, at 2 now.
Yes.
Trey Jones moved that number from 1 to 2 tonight.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. But my official Goon of the Night nominee is his backcourt mate, Josh Giddey.
Ooh. Talk to me.
12 dimes, including some beauties. Another miraculous, oh no, the shot clock and or game clock. That three that Giddey just chucked in?
Yes.
And then had a laugh about it coming back down the court.
He called glass.
Love it.
Yeah, I
Love
forgot
it.
about that.
Put a couple guys in some spin cycles tonight.
Yeah.
Do I think they are the prettiest basketball moves? No. But he finds some weird way to make them effective.
He does.
When he has no burst with his first step. None. And that's not just me being a Giddey hater. Look at it. The man has no burst in his first step when he puts the ball on the floor. But somehow he's making these spin cycles work. I don't understand it, but it's goon shit. And he gets my nomination.
Goon of the night. Oh, Matt Peck giving praise and smacking you across the bottom at the same time.
That's right.
And no one does it like Matt Peck. Joey C.
We're running out of time, so I'm going to do quick. I got to go Red Velvet, man. I mean, we talked a lot about Zach LaVine coming home, revenge game. What about the Kevin Huerter, Sack Kong's revenge game?
Love it.
Dude was smooth all night, hitting those open threes right when you need it. And just when they needed to extend the lead a little bit and hit a huge shot, that's what Kevin Huerter did. 18 points. Red Velvet is mine. Goon of the night.
I dig it.
Before we find out who the true winner is, reminder that as we head to overtime, for those of you watching on our streaming services, Roku, Samsung TV Plus, Comcast, all them fine channels and stations. If you want the bonus coverage, just head to allchgo.com for the OT. That's when you find out who the Goon is.
Oh, yes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. The strap. Put it up for you one time. Who wants it? Who wins it? We are going to tell you who gets it. Goon of the night goes to Billy Donovan. Billy Donovan is Goon of the night. And strictly for that timeout that he called right on the floor. Because honestly, me and Matt were like, did Matas have possession?
Yeah.
We're not really sure he did. But Billy said he did. He had it. Get over here. And we're going to go ahead and call a play. And it came out and executed that play and scored. And he did it on Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan's return. So he was happy to give them hugs and pats on the back and then smacks in the ass, baby, as the Bulls got that victory. Billy Donovan, 4-0, Goonage. Goon of the night goes to Coach Billy Donovan.
Wow. Wait, Gem X in the chat just said Billy again. Is that his second Goon win?
No, that is not.
He's been nominated.
Yeah, he's been nominated. He's definitely been nominated for sure by Will the Go Gottlieb.
So our Goon winners, we are 4-0. There have been four
yes,
in our first 4 games. You kindly, and I objected, gave it to me on night 1.
You deserved it. Everybody knows it and has said it. Deal with it.
If you saw how I was moving behind the scenes, it was valid. Night 2, the win against Orlando.
Lee.
Monday night was
Giddey.
And tonight it's Billy.
Yes,
that's
correct.
a good spread of goons.
Yes, man.
Or what is the official plurality term? Like a murder of crows.
Yes.
What is the plurality noun for goons?
That's a good question.
It's not a flock of goons. It's a horde of goons.
A horde of goons sounds right. That just sounds right.
A gaggle of goons?
A gaggle of goons? Is that geese? No, that's a gander, right? No, that's good for geese. Is good for the gander, but is it a gaggle of geese?
I thought one ganders at the goons and then selects from the gaggle of goons.
I always thought it was a gaggle of pirates. Also.
We have jumped the ship. And I love it.
Jumped the shark. We over there, baby. Oh man.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, honestly, we talked about Billy a lot in our show yesterday. Which, if you haven't caught that, our off the show yesterday, go give that a watch. You're talking about some of the buttons that Billy's been pushing.
Yeah.
Getting this team to buy in.
Yeah.
equal opportunity offense. Keep the ball moving.
Yeah.
Whether it's a shot, a pass, or putting the ball on the floor. Keep the ball moving. Get shots up quickly. And run like hell. And then quick rotations. This formulation that Billy has been working on has worked through 4 games.
It's worked, and it's working really well, and I hope it works again in this next game.
Helps when your opponents shoot negative 8% from 3.
It's true. Shout out to them.
I am waiting for that shoe to drop, a.k.a. those buckets to start falling for the Bulls' opponents. But in the meantime,
I'll take the wins.
The wins are there for the taking, and
come.
Credit to the Bulls for taking them.
Take them all.
Love it.
All right? All of them. All the W's. Get all the goons of the nights, baby.
That's right.
Come on.
Flip side said all hats at CHGO have been marked safe tonight, except for the one I threw earlier, and that one!
Oh.
The Bulls are 4-0! We are off tomorrow, but we will be dropping a mini pod for y'all.
Yes.
Talking about the underappreciated glory of Vooch.
Yes.
Who's been balling out in these first 4 games.
Control.
So keep an eye out for that. It'll be here in your CHGO Sports channel on YouTube and in that CHGO Bulls feed on the YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed to that if you aren't already. 91.5K and climbing. Shout out to everybody who threw us a super chat tonight. Appreciate you. Shout out to everybody for hanging out in the chat. One more reminder to follow our guy, Willie Go Gottlieb, Will_Gottlieb. Read his stuff, allchgo.com.
Yeah.
Shout out to our King Joey on the controls.
Hey, Joey C.
Big Dave Bow, BAWL Sports. I'm Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO_Bulls. You, Bulls Nation, are lovely. We love you. We appreciate you. Enjoy your Thursday. Mini pod drop tomorrow. We'll be back Friday. Bulls, Knicks, Emirates NBA Cup.
Oh!
As they try to get to 5-0. Oh, my goodness. Have a great night, Bulls Nation. We love you. See you. Be good.
Drew Stevens, peace to you, bro.
Hey, Drew.
Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.